let's do something real quick. Let's do a story time, right? Excuse my fit. I'm going to the gym. You know, I'm trying to be cute. I'm trying to be slim. I'm trying to get right. I was supposed to be there at 6:30. It's not 6:30. That's neither here nor there. Let's get into this. Let's get into this because I actually want to talk about it, and I was like, I was kind of nervous. I am kind of nervous. I ain't even gonna hold you because I don't want nobody that could try and come and get me. So long story short, I walked out of my job. I know y'all like, girl, what? With inflation as high as it is, you gonna walk out your job? You gonna walk like just baby, I walked out. I wanna say, when did I walk out? I wanna say I probably walked out like maybe like a week ago. Yeah, like maybe like a week. Oh, about a week ago. But then they go tweak it, hoe, run up on the get the squeeze it, hoe. Everybody. All right. Sorry. That was a little moment. Anyway, let's get to the story. Let me pull up my seat. That way y'all can see me up close. Hey, cross my leggies and such. So let's get into it real quick, right? All right, so boom. I walked out of my job maybe about a week ago, right? I worked at this lab as a phlebotomist. I've been there a little over 2 years, okay? In the 2 years, child, I see how the company is constantly declining, like month by month, quarter by quarter, year by year. And I'm if y'all know, like I'm not the most patient person, but the Lord is working on me. So in the past, I used to just quit immediately. Like any type of inconvenience, any type of bump, any type of I don't want to be a part of that, Suge. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to get up out of here. So let me go. You know, this time I said, let me try to be obedient because God didn't tell me to move nowhere. So now I'm beefing with God on the low. I'm gonna keep it being with you. I'm beefing with him on the low. Anyway, so the reason that caused me to walk out was burnout. Simple as that. Burnout. So let me give you like how the experience was. So we saw maybe 150 to 200 people a day. We're supposed to be staffed minimum 4 people, like the most 6. Like we really do need 6 people because we need people at the front at the desk processing the scripts. We need people on the floor drawing the patients, and we need people in the back to process. Like we need a person in the back to process. Everybody needs to take breaks. Everybody needs to do this, whatever the case may be. So we really need more people because we were a busy site. This was a busy site. From 6 a.m., niggas lined up at the door down the curb, like waiting for blood work, which is so weird to me because it's just because what are you standing outside for? What are you doing that for? Anyway, let's okay. So my days usually consisted of me and one other phlebotomist who was not a worker at our company. She was a temp. She had a 3-month contract with us, and then we found out recently that she's pregnant. Child, boo. So like higher up is kind of like I don't know if we can depend on her. I'm like, listen, she's a good worker. We need her because she helps me. But the thing is, she couldn't do anything. Like she couldn't do anything but draw. I was the only staff member at the site who could do from front to back. And that's usually how it was. Sometimes we would have help. Sometimes we wouldn't have help. Sometimes I would get a break. I don't remember the last time I got a break, child. That's another thing. I don't remember the last time I got a break. I'm constantly reaching out to human resources. I'm constantly reaching out to the director, constantly reaching out to my supervisor. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. And I'm like, yo, I'm getting burnt out because now it's getting to the point where that whole customer service voice, that whole like, good morning, how are you? This, that, and the third, it was out the window. And I felt bad because I was like, these people don't deserve the attitude, like they don't deserve it. But it was the stress from the job and then the stupidity that comes into the door, because patients come in and you'll be like, oh, who's the doctor? Like, who's sent the script, whatever the case may be. Oh, I don't know, Cooper. I don't know this hospital. How you don't know? How you don't know? How you, all right. Anyway, so this particular day, I woke up in a good mood, but I was kind of like, I'm not beat for it today. I've been talking to so many people. I've been saying the same things over and over and over and over again. And y'all not doing anything but constantly draining me, constantly burning me out, constantly leaving me high and dry with no help. Y'all not answering my text messages. The supervisor's not helping. She's worthless. Like, it's just, I was sick of it. So we come in that day. I have help. One person, but I mean, it was help. And the person that came in was my team lead. And I loved working with her because she works like me. She's down, like, we getting into it. Right? So she's supposed to stay with me until 11 o'clock. And I was like, all right, okay, we close in 2 hours. I said, I can handle it from 11 to the time we close. I don't want to, because I feel like help should be here all day, because it's just common sense. Like, why would you want to inconvenience and burn out your staff? But I'm not a supervisor. I just say stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm drawing a patient, and my team lead comes in and she says, "Hey, so I actually have to leave. Our supervisor told me that I have to go. She's moving me to another site." And I look at the waiting room, and the waiting room's starting to fill up. I said, "So who's gonna come here? Who's gonna come here and help me?" I said, "She want me to do everything by myself again today." And for whatever reason, it just wasn't sitting right with me. It wasn't sitting right with me. What got me really was when she called our supervisor and her nonchalant, nasty attitude that she had on the phone. "Oh, well, I don't have this. I don't have this person. This person called out, so it is what it is. It is what it is." Girl, it is what it is. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Child, I'm getting upset about it now. I gotta bring it in because I'm ready to start saying names. But you know what? It doesn't even matter now. It doesn't even matter. So here's the thing. So I said, listen. I said you need to come here. All this, you telling me you don't have people, you telling me you don't have staff, you telling me there's nothing you can do. There is very much something you can do. You can come bring your behind into this building and help me for the rest of the day like you're supposed to as a supervisor, or I'm leaving. I was like, I need help. Either she stays or you come or I go. So you make the decision for me. You make the decision for me, because I'm like, we're going off of what you want to do, because I'm not going to do this again today. I'm not in the mood for it. Child, you want to know? She said, well, if you leave, then she is going to stay. I said, so you're really going to not come? You would rather me leave. You would rather me leave because I'm asking you for help than come and help me so I can stay and finish out my shift? And I was sitting down and I stopped talking. Like, I just started sitting there, and I was like, you know what? I'm trying to calm myself down. I said, you know what, Jesus, I don't know what this is like, because I don't like I said, I'm trying to be obedient. I'm trying not to move until he say move. I'm trying not to do anything. And I said, you know what, God? Like, in myself, I couldn't keep myself there. I know myself too well. I'm like so tense, so on edge, so much like today could either be I just leave, or today would be a day that I would leave in handcuffs type of feeling. And I was like, ain't no job, ain't no person, there's nothing worth that. My peace? Child, you're crazy. You are insane. I was like, everything that I do for this job, day in and day out by myself, everything that I have taken from this job in only 2 years, and you want to sit here and give me an ultimatum because you don't want to do your job as a supervisor? Girl, you are crazy. You are crazy. It has to be drugs that you're doing, and I don't know which one it is, but it's something strong, because you must take me as a fool. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So you want to know what I did? I walked out. I kindly clocked out. I got my speaker. I got my bag. I got everything. And I said, you know what? I'm up out of here, baby. I'm up out of here. Oh, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to actually just go. So she tells the team lead my business. She's like, oh, well, if you can let her know that if she leaves, then this is not covered under FMLA. And she already knows what that means. Why are you talking about my personal business to somebody else that ain't got nothing to do with my business? Like, now you trying to embarrass me. Now you trying to threaten me. And now you trying to, are you cool? Are you cool? Like, honestly, when she said that and my team lead repeated what she said, when I tell you, y'all, my mind went crazy. I was like, so I'm this close. You see? Oh, whatever. It's small. That close to saying, what site are you at? What location are you at? So we can actually have this discussion face to face, because the attitude is crazy. Because you would never speak to me like that in my face. She never has. She never does. She's never given me any type of attitude, no type of issue, nothing like that. And now you want to be on the phone and you want to be big dog? Baby, I am big dog. For real, for real. I like, don't even try to do it with me. Because you already know. You already know. So, what did I do? I went home. I typed up my resignation letter and I did. Left them hoes high and dry.